Hello again, my friend, and welcome back to the SWRA podcast. Welcome to episode number 6. This podcast intersects aging, wellness, and wisdom as we move through this new stage of life as older women in retirement. My name is Maggie Lazarre, your host, and I'm so happy you've joined today. So, what do we have in store today? What do we want to talk about? This week, I live in Panama, for those of you who may not know. I went to a city in Panama called Colón. Colón is one of the most visited cities in Panama, and its history, unfortunately, has got some dark moments. This is not the episode where I want to talk about the canal. You probably read about that, how people from the Caribbean and Africa and Asia came to work, or some were enslaved before. But anyway, all that history makes Panama what my friend Hilaria calls a paella, a mix of cultures and ethnicities. So in Cologne, a large portion of the people from Jamaica ended up staying. So there's a strong Jamaican influence in Cologne. But after the canal was finished and a lot of people from that Caribbean island decided to stay, to run their businesses, raise their families, it was a thriving community. But apparently, there were some fires that kind of destroyed a large part of the city. I mean, there are all kinds of theories, about what happened and how, but knowing the world we live in, where people of color are not expected or allowed to shine, to grow, to own, you can come to some conclusions, which we will not mention in this podcast. But Cologne has gone into a state of disrepair. And when you drive through, there are a lot of buildings, and you just can get an idea when just by looking at those dilapidated building, where you could see the remnant of the fires, what it looked like in the heyday, right? Just beautiful, thriving culture, music, food. Oh my goodness. But you know what? When I go to Cologne and I get really sad, my heart grieves. Does your heart grieve sometimes? My heart grieves a lot these days. But grieving is part of life. It doesn't make me weak. It makes me human. And I keep saying that because despite everything that that little city has gone through, the people are just beautiful. Their spirit shines. They have not given up. And this is why we can't give up, regardless of what we are going through. Whenever something like that happens to a community of color, where people are left to pick up the pieces with nothing, they have been able to pick themselves up and just rise out of the ashes. Remember Oklahoma? There's a little town in Florida. We just know how to withstand and survive, and that makes us who we are: strong, resilient, hopeful. Now, the hopeful part takes work, because if you're not careful, when you look around, the despair is just trying to suck you in. And you have to do what you need to do. And we'll go over that in some of the episodes, some of the things that I do to keep myself standing and grounded. Because despair and hopelessness, helplessness, those are not options for us. They should not be found in our vocabulary. So take courage from those communities that have risen out of the ashes. That's what we do. They keep striking us down and we keep rising up. We keep rising up. So rise up today, sis. Hold your head up high. You are a warrior. We are survivors, and we cannot allow ourselves to give up, because what's going to happen to our kids? We have to instill that into them. And again, go out there and be a good human today. Encourage someone, speak positivity into someone and to yourself. To yourself first. All right? So I'll see you in the next episode. Have a beautiful day. God loves you and I love you. Au revoir. À la prochaine.